CDN News at 8, live from Carmel Catholic High School with Aaron Risley, Hope Simutis, and Chief Meteorologist Willie Gillespie.
I'm Senior Willie, and you are watching CDN News.
Good morning, Carmel Catholic. I'm Aaron Risley.
And I'm Hope Simutis. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's 8:03 and an 8A. Top story at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, young alums from Carmel will be back roaming the halls, eating lunch with teachers, and celebrating Mass with the community. And they will be taking part in a panel for seniors to ask questions about college. Here's a sneak peek from a couple beloved alums from 2022, and then Jack and Kaglar with your current events roundup.
And there's chapels in every single dorm, so there's plenty of accessibility to your faith, and it's great. I think I've definitely come quite a bit closer to God. I'm Joe Kern, and I go to the University of Dayton. At Dayton, that's their big thing, is community. But yeah, the community, the people, the things you can do there. There's so many opportunities that you can jump into. It's really. But surround yourself with a great group of people. Don't surround yourself with people that are gonna hurt you or tank you. And as much as keeping your grades up is important, it's also very important to be involved and to have yourself be doing, things like interacting with a group or things like that. So get involved in something. That way you can, you can say, hey, I did this, and balance it, whatever club or group or activity I'm in with, my academics.
Being in charge of my own faith has made it feel more real to me and more tangible, that it's mine, not my parents or my school's. So I would say it's stronger. Hi, I'm Ella Capel, and I go to the University of Dayton. Make sure you get into a good community. You can go anywhere and do anything, but if you don't have that good base, it's going to be a lot harder to adjust. And then I would also say make connections with your professors as soon as you can. It's really smart to have them on your side helping you. So I would just say figure out yourself first. There was a lot of pressure I put on myself when I was younger to go to a really good school. I had all these big ideas when I was like sophomore, junior, and I didn't know where I wanted to go until beginning of senior year. And it took a long time for me to realize why, but I had spent all those years focusing on what I thought I had to do. And then I had some time to be reflective and be like, what do I actually value? What do I want in the next 4 years of my life? And it was different than what I had thought originally. So I would say just take time to come into yourself and think about what you value, not what you think you should do.
Hello everyone, I'm Jacqueline Kaglar, and I will be covering current events this semester. Let's get started. Beginning with the local news, Mundelein will be annexing 700 acres. This new land will be used to develop Ivanhoe Village, a mixed-use town center that will include housing and stores, and some land that will be used for open areas and hiking trails. This project will be, quote, one of the largest developments in Lake County, according to Village Administration official Eric Gunfer. You can learn more about this project on the Village of Mundelein website. Moving to national news, this Saturday, Kevin McCarthy of California became the Speaker after 15 rounds of voting. The last time voting in the Speaker of a House took this long was in 1859. Of the 21 Republicans initially blocking McCarthy from becoming Speaker, he was able to secure votes from 15 of them. Congress can now begin legislative work. For more information, I recommend reading the New York Times coverage. Now, we turn to Brazil. On Sunday, thousands of radical supporters of Brazil's former president Jair Bolsonaro stormed and vandalized the buildings of the presidential offices, Congress, and the Supreme Court. Thankfully, both Congress and the Supreme Court were in recess, so no one was harmed. Also, the president of Brazil, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, was in Sao Paulo during the attack, so he is unharmed as well. Mr. Bolsonaro and his supporters believe the October presidential election was stolen from Mr. Bolsonaro. Mr. Bolsonaro's attempt to dispute the result of the election was rejected by Brazilian courts. For more information, I recommend reading The Economist or Washington Post. I'm Jacqueline Kaglar, and that's it for current events this week. Next up is Jack Crow with Jack's Guide to Life, and then after that, Kelly O'Hara with more about street scenes.
Hi, my name is Jack, and welcome to my brand new CDN show, Jack's Guide to Life. On this show, I take your questions, and with my abundance of life experience, I give you my guide to life. For today's question, Jack, how do I be more productive with homework? I feel that this is an important question because it is the start of a semester, and stay ahead of your homework, guys. If you fall behind, that would be bad. When it comes to being productive during homework, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution, but today I'm gonna give you my personal solution to staying productive while doing homework. What I do is I start a 15-minute timer, and for those 15 minutes straight, I'm just working. Nothing else, no music, no outside distractions at all, just me and my work. After the 15 minutes is over, you can take a break and go like quickly grab a snack or go outside, but after that, come back to your work, start that 15-minute timer again, and rinse and repeat. But if you decide not to take a break after the 15-minute timer ends, you're allowed to put on something like music in the background. Just make sure you're not like fiddling around with the music, because if you're just constantly shifting songs, the music isn't really helping you, it's kind of taking away from the work. What I have found is that after those initial 15 minutes of work, you kind of get into the work mindset. The work mindset is something you have to get into. So those 15 minutes let you get into that work mindset. But that's my homework advice for you. Stay ahead of your homework. Okay, my name's Jack. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Kelly O'Hara with CDN News at 8. Today I'll be interviewing Shirley Bodo about her role in street scenes this year and in the Carmel Theater. Okay, so Shirley, how long have you been in theater here?
I have been in theater all 4 years of my high school career and a little bit in middle school.
And how long have you been in crew here at Carmel, and what have your roles been?
So for crew, I've been since freshman year up to this year's first show, and now for street scenes I'm in cast.
And what advice would you give to like people who want to join crew?
So just do it. It's so fun. It's like a party every day. We listen to music, we build things, and if building isn't your thing, we have other different crews you could join, like props, costumes with Miss Gail, and it's awesome lights, sound. It's just all so fun. And there's always a place at Carmel for everyone, and if you are struggling to find your place, you should definitely try Carmel Theater.
Yep, and since you're in cast for street scenes this year, how does it compare to being a stage manager?
Wow, okay, so being stage manager, you're behind the scenes, so you don't have the pressure of like everyone watching you while you're on stage, and having to memorize all your like dances and all the lyrics to the songs. So it's a little more stressful, I think, to be on cast, but with crew, it's just it's stressful because I have to call the entire show, but it's not as bad because you're not in the eye of everyone.
And then when is the street scenes crew like recruitment meeting?
I believe the meeting is this Wednesday after school.
Okay. Thank you for being here for this interview.
Of course.
And now over to Liam Brown for sports.
Thanks, Kelly. So the boys basketball team has a game tonight versus St. Patrick's in the Salvi, with their tip-off being set for 7 o'clock tonight. And the girls basketball team tomorrow has a game against Conan High School. They're going to have the banner raising, so it's going to be pushed back to 7:15 tomorrow. But as we go to some national sports now, we have the college football playoffs last night, and one word for this, like domination, 7-10 at the end of one, or towards the end of one quarter. And then Georgia won by 65-7. Stetson Bennett threw for 4 touchdowns and ran for a pair. This game was the biggest difference in a score, 58 points, in college football playoff history, which, everybody thought TCU would lose to Michigan in the first round, but, got past them and then got not too much farther than that. But some good news out of Buffalo. Damar Hamlin, after suffering cardiac arrest last Monday against Cincinnati, is back on a plane and is back in Buffalo in stable condition. He's able to walk on his own now. And the doctors at the Cincinnati hospital said the CPR that was administered on the field was pretty much life-saving. They said he might not have made it had they not done that. And staying on football, the Bears earned themselves the #1 pick thanks to Lovie Smith still doing stuff for the Bears. There's been many talks lately as if they should trade the pick or make the pick. Many people are thinking a trade with either Houston or Detroit, but we'll have more on that as we get closer to the NFL draft. And we have NFL playoffs this week. We have the Seahawks traveling to Santa Clara to play Deebo Samuel and the 49ers. It's a known thing that you don't want to play a divisional team a third time in the year. The 49ers did sweep the Seahawks in this series, but the kickoff is going to be Saturday at 3:30, and we have San Francisco favored by 10. And we have the Chargers traveling to Duval County to play Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. This game is also going to be Saturday, but it's going to be at 8 o'clock. These teams did play in Week 3 with the Jaguars winning by a score of 38-10. And the Monday night game for the playoffs this week, we have Dak Prescott and the Cowboys traveling to Tampa Bay to play Tom Brady in what could be his final run before either retiring or going to a new team. But that's going to kick off Monday. These teams did play in Week 1. Tom Brady prevailed. He has never lost to the Cowboys in his career, but could this be his first loss? Now we'll send it back over to Hope and Aaron.
Welcome back. French Club will be meeting after school to celebrate the Epiphany. There will be a king cake, a special French tradition. Who will be the king or queen? Anyone is welcome to come and find out. The boys track team will have a mandatory meeting for all boys participating in this spring season on Thursday, January 12th at 3:30 in room 402. That's all we have for today. As always, I'm Erin Risley.
And I'm Hope Simutis. Have a terrific Tuesday, Carmel.